Alright guys, it's finally time. New community series. Welcome to the Sons of Steel campaign. I've been looking forward to this. Couldn't stop posting about it. I almost made another post last night just with like more rambling thoughts, but so you know what? Hold on, we're almost there. Let me just wait one more day. Sure enough, it was the longest Friday ever, but it was worth it because now I'm here. Now I can finally start this run. Okay, so where do I even begin with this thing, right? There's so many little things. So the idea of this run is that Yoshi Fuji right now, gets kicked out. I'm going to call him Teru throughout most of the run. Kicked out of the capital. He doesn't die. He just leaves. He figures out the Miyoshi are playing him. He has no real power. Okay? It's the Theoden meme. He has no real power here in the capital. So he leaves before something bad happens to him. He reaches out to one of his former teachers, Nobitsuna, one of the Blademasters. So if you guys don't know, Yoshi Fuji was trained by two people. Bokuden's one, and the other one is Nobutsuna. So both of these guys trained Yoshi Teru in the way of the sword. So the idea is that he reaches out, gets a place over here, gets an alliance with the Nagano, and we have to restart. We have to start his campaign from here with the community officers, the Sons of Steel, which we got some really crazy submissions, really good submissions. There's some potential for this group. You know what I mean? There's a lot of potential for this group. We still have to survive in the early game, which, if you guys know, the early game is the most dangerous aspect of these video games, of any strategy game. When you have a one castle start, you're at your... the potential for it to go south is right in the beginning. So, we're playing on hard 1.5. All we did was move him over, so you could do, you can change officer placement in this game. Changing one castle is very easy to do if you haven't done it before. All you have to do is choose the two castles to stay unlocked and lock everyone else in place. And then you just click the shuffle, it swaps them right over. So it's very easy. It's actually really good for coming up with ideas where you don't want to scramble the whole map. Anyway, we've got our 10 officers. The special rules for this run, okay, the main thing that I added to this run is dueling. Okay, so what is dueling? Dueling is if we're the Shogun or a community officer unit, one of our 12, okay, one of our 12 community officers, we can engage an enemy unit on a one-on-one basis. And if we defeat that unit, the winner gets +1 valor. And depending on the authority, he gets +1 more for each authority. So the bigger the battle, the more soldiers are there to witness the duel, the more valor is gained by the winner. Right? So if it's a medium authority battle and we initiate a duel and we force the opponent to retreat, we get +2 valor. If it's a large authority battle and they retreat, we get +3 valor. That's the idea of dueling. Now there are some requirements to it. The enemy has to be within close troop count of you. So I think I put 3,000 in our post. So the enemy's got to be within 3,000 soldiers of us, and they have to be within 20 points of either attack or defense. So we can't just say, we can't just be a bully, right? We can't take our most powerful duelist and just bully all the little guys all over the place. It's got to be someone of equal skill to win any renown, right? It's just like school. If a bully's picking on a couple of nerds, he's not moving up in the hierarchy. Okay, you're not moving up by beating another sports team that's already F League when you're A League. That doesn't mean anything to anybody. If you guys follow college sports, you know what I'm talking about. When a single A is playing AAA, it doesn't mean shit to beat up a AAA team. But if you beat someone of similar skill level, that matters. So the way that we're going to capture that is they have to be within a certain soldier count, which is 3,000. 3,000 up, 3,000 down. That's the over-under spread. And 20 points, either attack or defense. Not both. because I don't want to math too hard. Okay, just 20 points. That's all I'm going to check for. So each community officer can initiate a duel once per authority. So if we're playing small authority battle, we can initiate 1 duel. If we're playing medium authority, 2 duels. Large authority, 3 duels. So most of the time we're going to get 2 duels, medium authority. My estimation is going to be we're going to get 2 duels. And in the beginning we're going to get no duels because it's too easy. If you have less than 4 units, it's way too easy to cheese it. It's just way too easy. Like, just playing this game normally, small battles are just too easy to win. So, that's dueling. Another thing that we have, I think I called it the, I don't remember what it's called. Let me look up my community post so I can go over this. I want to hit these one time so that they're out there and you guys got them. I am the word, I am the law. Okay. So I am the word, I am the law. Basically the Shogun's authority. So once per year we can force 2 clans to have a truce. Once per year. Anywhere on the map. We can pick 2 clans and we can say you guys stop fighting. That's it. Once a year. And if we win a medium or a large authority, once per year we can make or break an alliance, force a truce anywhere on the map. So that's once per year as well. If we win medium authority or large authority battle. Okay? So we have that for the Shogun. Now for our community officers, this is a really cool one. Okay, so we have to destroy units. We have to win battles by destroying all the units. If we win any battles by taking the camps, if I have to take camp victories, all our swordsmen or our community officer get -1 loyalty. I was thinking of a buff for that, but fuck it. It's just a straight debuff. We want to win by destroying our enemies on the field. Okay? The honorable way. Fighting. Not taking camps. If we take camps, if we get camp victories, if we take both camps, if I have to take a straight up camp victory, everyone gets -1 to their loyalty, which threatens our officers just leaving, losing faith in the Shogun. This man doesn't want to fight his battles one-on-one. He's not a real Blademaster. Everyone starts leaving. So I think that's it. Those are all the things I'm using. Let me make sure. Dueling, Paths of Steel. If you submitted an officer, you already know what your abilities are. Everyone who submitted an officer got to pick a specific path for their build. If they wanted to, they didn't have to, but if they wanted to. Some people picked Berserker, some people picked a Heretic, Shadow. I'll go over them in a second when we go through everyone's officers. But that's it. Once per year, we can force a truce anywhere on the map, assuming I remember, because this game goes by so quickly. And if we win medium or large authority, we can make or break an alliance, force another truce, whatever we want to do. We're the Shogun. We can, whenever we win a large battle and we show the world that we're not done, and the other forces say, holy shit, maybe the Shogun still got some gas left in the tank, we better respect them. That's when we capitalize and use our authority to mandate something, you know? That's when we do that. Already went through duels. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I covered it. That way, if anyone's wondering what the hell what are we using, what are we playing with. I did have some stuff with prestige, but I just found out that you can't add or subtract prestige from a force in this game. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought that you could subtract prestige. I was actually going to reduce our prestige down to like 300. But you can't do that. You can't edit it in the game. Actually, you know how I could do it was to have him retire. That's going to take too long. Alright, anyway. Let's check out the community officers. Let's see who's here. What's up, Taylor Poe? What's up, Pony Bro? What's up, Toby? Chow? Kill Raven? Put some beers in the fridge. Yep, that's a good idea. Get them nice and frosty. What's up, Tommy? The long journey to Nijo Palace. Yeah, it's going to be quite a journey. What's up, James? Morale's victories without camps are fine. Because taking points and all that, I have to fight. See, for me to take enough points, kill Raven, I have to fight for those camps. The AI is going to... You don't have to know the details of the battle to know that for me to take all of the camps, and you've seen me do this before, for me to take all of the camps, there's some engagement. But taking the 2 camps at the back, sometimes there's no engagement at all to take that route. Whereas taking all of the camps still means that you have to fight for them, you still have to route a couple of guys, you know, making the enemy flee in terror because you've been kicking their ass is totally different than just sending a guy around and grabbing 2 camps. Totally different. So that's fine. I'm not worried about that. It's just when you have to bail out and take 2 camps. That's the one where I'm like, okay, that doesn't jive with a bunch of guys who are united because of the code of the samurai. Guys who are very serious about their fighting. That's not going to jive with them. So that's where I came up with the idea. Do sieges apply? No, they don't. No, sieges run their own terrible risk in this game to lose. So that's already bad enough. What's up, Mark? What's up, Robot? Yeah, I like the rules too. I'm gonna do my best to use them as much as I can. So I wish I would have figured out a way to lower our prestige to like 300, but what are you going to do? Alright, one more thing I should say. Everyone's loyalty. If you're not a Yojimbo, if your created officer is not a Yojimbo, then your loyalty is at 13 or 14. So if you're not a Yojimbo in this run, your loyalty is right here. You're right on the line. Right on the line. You just answered Yoshiteru's summons. You don't know him very well. And you don't know whether this Shogun is up to stuff or not. You've heard rumors that he knows how to use the blade, blah blah blah, but you're like, I don't know. It remains to be seen. So your loyalty is right here. It's right on the line. Okay? That's one of the things that I forgot. If we win a medium or a large authority battle, it's called summons. Summon to serve. If we win a medium or a large authority battle, instead of taking a diplomatic action, we can summon a Blademaster anywhere on the map to serve us. Yoshiteru can put the call out. Okay, he could put a bolo out and call for any Blademaster anywhere to join us. From any faction, any Ronin, doesn't matter who it is. Once per year. So once per year, I can grab a Blademaster. Is basically what I'm saying. And we gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. All right, let's go through our community officers. No particular order. Just start rattling them off. I already made a post about most of the stuff that I found kind of cool about everyone's guys, but I'm gonna go through them again. Oh, hold on. This is just really good fucking coffee. Sometimes you get a brew and it's just right. I mean, it's perfect. You know what I mean? All right, first up. And if I don't remember who it was, I have very poor memory, so it's hard for me to remember people's officers, especially when it's like more than 10. First one, Adamura Akishige. This guy's a berserker. Berserkers can initiate 2 duels of a battle. So if you're a berserker, you can potentially go wild in a battle, gaining a bunch of valor for yourself. But their leadership is always below 60. So Adamura Akishige, ambush, rear guard master, sea god. This is the blue berserker. We have 2 berserkers in this group. This is the blue berserker. He's a little bit more cautious. He has two ways to confuse. Ambush confuses, and rearguard master confuses when you disengage. So what's kind of cool about this guy, because of the dueling rule, if he loses a duel, if Adamura loses a duel, there's a high chance that he's going to survive the battle. He's more defensive. He's a berserker. If he loses the duel, there's a high chance that he'll be able to get out because he's got rearguard master. He'll confuse and then start to run, right? And he has ambush, which confuses occasionally, and then he's got Sea God trait, which is an S tier trait already. If you guys don't know, Sea God tech is real. It's legit. We will see it someday. Next officer, Kusunoki Masashige, the veteran. One of our two leaders. We only have two guys who have above 80 leadership. This is one of them. This guy's kind of insane. He is a Yojimbo, high loyalty. Yojimbos have very high loyalty in this run. You can see he's got 18 loyalty. Perfect for dueling. Tokaido's best, stamina restoration with still kicking. Soldier restoration. Defensive increase. Listen to this suite of traits. Listen to the suite of traits. Tokaido's best. Soldiers are restored. Defense is buffed. That's a tactic that goes off once in a while. Still kicking. You recover stamina while you're moving around. Stamina restoration while he's moving. Enlightened Blade stops confusion. Confusion is just shut down. He just shuts down confusion. Okay, and he debuffs defensive enemy units. See all that? Defensive restoration. I mean, defense goes up. Soldiers are restored. Stamina is constantly kicking in and being restored. And he shuts down confuse. This is our old man Yukimura. This is our old Yukimura. He doesn't have the output of power. He's not going to destroy armies, but he can hold down a spot. Kusunoki is the guy, one of the guys who can hold down a spot. He's a Yojimbo. He's fiercely loyal. Excellent. Dude's awesome. I don't know about plot, but it does give us an option for special actions, right? Alright, next one. Yoshi Tatao. I think this was, I'm not going to say because I could get it wrong. This is Yoshi Tatao Murai. This guy doesn't have any way of. He's just a straight up officer. He just kind of covers everything. 70 leadership, 80 valor. The main thing about him is that he has equestrian, which is going to be important in the future if we get a cavalry division. So does improved cavalry. These two things, especially improved cavalry, could be very important in the future. Very important. Like to get, if we go into a cavalry build, which we're right next to Kanto. So if you guys saw me play as the Hojo Misery, Hojo Hell, I think the stream was called, I should have called the stream Hojo Hell because that's what it was. 1591 Hojo. Kanto has potential to build cavalry. So Yoshi Tatao could be very important for building cavalry. Next person, Masanari Nagano. I think this is Silvery Moon's character. So Silvery Moon's character, Tiger of Joshu, Enlightened Blade. All three of our Jojimbos. We have 3 Jojimbos. Every person who submitted a Yojimbo picked Enlightened Blade. So all 3 of our bodyguards shut down confusion. All 3 of them ignore confusion. So we will have a battle in the future. There will be an epic battle where the Shogun's enlightened bodyguards shut down confusion across the board. You know it's going to happen. You're just going to see Enlightened Blade going off on different parts of the battlefield. Us just shutting down the enemy. Shutting down the confuse abuse. All both have Enlightened Blade. Anyway, Masanari, Enlightened Blade, Tiger of Joshu, Soldier Reduction, Restore Soldiers. The theme of restoring soldiers is really good. That's 2 Jojimbos that are sustained, that have sustained capabilities. Dragoon is kind of cool, it's flexible, and then he has a 3rd trait that he wants to add later. He doesn't want to add it now, because the idea is that this Masanari is just starting his military career. He doesn't know where he's going to end up. So that's the idea. He's just starting, so he doesn't have a third trait yet. Way of the Void. Lucretia. Is Lucretia even here? I didn't see Lucretia's first in the chat. What's up, Ikari? Young King's character. Okay, yeah, that's right, Ikari. Thank you. No room for confusion. Dude, 3 bodyguards. All 3 of them are enlightened blades. I just like the idea that we have 3 specific Yojimbos and they all have enlightened blade. They're all resistant to confuse abuse. I mean, I have to make that happen. You know, in my mind, I'm like, we have to find a way to use that. Anyway, Lucretia's character. Way of the Void. Void characters have no stats, 1 in stats, no tactics, and no traits. Every 2 years, you can add a tactic or a trait, and you get 5 points to one of your stats. Every 2 years. So, Way of the Void characters are your late bloomers. Your late bloomers. Every 2 years, Lucretia can pick whatever he wants and add it. So in 10 years, this is going to be a fully kitted out character. That's the idea. And with stat growths, maybe he'll have some stat growths. But the point is, the point that Way of the Void is going to make is just, in my mind, you don't really need stats in this game. If you have a really good kit put together, you're just as good as anybody else. If you have a really good kit put together. So these characters are going to be like all gold, full gold stacks. If they survive and they don't die. I didn't say that. Anybody can die at any time. Hasamori Honganji, I think this is Pony Bro's character. So, this is our 3rd Yojimbo, and he has potential to be the best Yojimbo, even better than our veteran, by way of his traits and tactics. So what I was saying with Way of the Void, this is a good example. So we have Enlightened Blade for a 3rd time. A 3rd time, Enlightened Blade. Retreat tactics. Maximizes stamina and prevents retreat when the soldier decreases to a certain level. So again, a Yojimbo who has some survivability. You know? In the sense that he doesn't retreat. He stands his ground and fights longer than he should. So even when Hasamori should break and run, he's going to belay that order. He's not going to run. He's going to stand his ground, which means he could die. This, you know, in this game, that means you could die because you don't run when you should. So what's going to happen? You either hold your ground or you fucking die. But this gives him a chance to win duels that he shouldn't win because he holds his ground. You see? He also has Healer, restore soldiers. So Healer triggers, you restore some soldiers. Retreat tactics prevents you from running when you should. Enlightened Blade shuts down confusion so you can't just get beaten down on. I can't stress how important it is to not get confused in this game. It's really important. When your opponent says to you, you don't get to play the game and I'm just going to beat the shit out of you for a little while, and you're going to lose stamina while I'm beating the shit out of you, so by the time you recover, you can't throw anything back, it's really oppressive. Shutting down confusion is bonkers in this game. That's why Dosetsu is so crazy. You know, Avatar of Lightning is so crazy. Trust me, bro. Gunnery is cool. Works with Way of Honganji. I'm surprised that you didn't take Way of Honganji, but Code of the Samurai works just as well. Not that I know what Way of Honganji does. I don't. I haven't played Honganji in this game. He has the potential to be the best of the 3 bodyguards because he has a really good set of tactics and traits. I mean, traits and tactics. And he has room to grow. His stats have room to get very, very strong as the years roll by. Alright, next our only ninja, Ona Hosokawa. This is a straight up, really strong fucking ninja. Really strong fucking ninja. This is a ninja that can nuke, basically. Ninjas can duel in this game. Like, for our rules, ninjas can still duel. The benefit that ninjas have when they duel is that they can have other units join in. So, I think I had said this in the post. Ninjas do not fight fair, obviously. So why would a ninja fight a duel honorably one-on-one, they fucking wouldn't. So when Ona Hosokawa engages, she can have another unit engage with her and flank the other unit. This ensures that she will probably win all of her duels. And whenever a ninja unit wins, they can improve their intelligence instead of their valor. So instead of improving your valor, you're improving intelligence because that's your build. You know what I'm saying? It's a mana build. It's not a melee build, it's a mana build. So she's going to up intelligence instead of strength. You know. Way of the Ninja's really, by the way, Way of the Ninja countering Shingen, shut down Shingen's bullshit. As soon as we get to Shingen, you know this. You know what's going to happen when we get close to Shingen. So Way of the Ninja is going to be key to shutting that shit down. Katsumasa Makabe, this was Max's character. Dude, Max has a tendency for sending characters that are either going to be incredible or straight up fodder. And I think in his description, Max said this guy is just a regular foot soldier who wants to get strong someday. So, Sword of the Shogun, it's a nuke. Decreases enemy defense, soldier reduction. Makabe the Ogre increases attack while he's outnumbered. That's important. He gets an attack buff while he's outnumbered, which is kind of cool. This is kind of a berserker trait. You know, if you think about it. I'm surprised he's not a berserker, right? Hold on, I'm going to look to make sure. I want to make sure I'm not getting anybody wrong here. No, but in this, he serves as a soldier of Yoshiteru. When Hisahide betrays him, he fights to protect but ultimately lose. He later dies in Osaka with Morichika. Just almost a nameless soldier. Anyway, Max's character, Sword of the Shogun, Makabe the Ogre, increases attack while he's outnumbered. On the offensive is more attack. Hot-blooded triggers is more attack. Code of the... Straight up attack. This guy is one of those characters that's got 75 valor, but he can punch above his weight. The stats don't tell the whole story, which is what I was saying about Way of the Void. This game is not deceitful, but it can catch you unaware, off guard. You look at this guy's stats and he's got 75 valor, but most of the time he's going to be punching at about 85, 95 valor because of his traits. And when he's not running the unit, he's going to be buffing the unit with on the offensive. So he's pretty good, like, straight up soldier who could be better. Alright, let's get to the next character. Can anyone guess in the chat whose character this is? I'll give you guys a second to guess whose submission this could be. Alright, well he outed himself already pretty much. You can't even pretend to be bipartial, Ikari, huh? Alright, Ikari's character, Way of the Void. Ikari, he's got his own campaign on his channel, Men of the West, is going to kick off on Wednesday. Make sure you tune in for that. I will be there. I will be working, but lurking as always. He's taking officers for his campaign as well, so make sure you submit your officers for his campaign. He's playing as Automo 1582. And yeah, this is his character, Humongous. Are you a Mad Max fan by any chance, Ikari? Because that's what this reminds me of, that Warlord Humongous from Mad Max. So 111, no tactics, no traits. Remember, these characters, every 2 years, he'll get to add a trait or a tactic and improve his stats by 5, whatever stat he wants. But he has Sink or Swim, which is awesome. I love stat growths in my strategy games. I love watching officers get stronger. It's one of my favorite parts. Upsetting large armies, people dying, which doesn't sound great. In this context, people dying. Playing strategy games, people dying. And officer growth, people getting better and growing. Those are my big three. Those are the things that I love doing in strategy games. Sink or swim increases our growth rates by, I think it's by 300%. I could be wrong, but I think it's 300%. So massive growth rates for our characters. Way of Fukushima, I have no idea what that does. I'll have to look at it, but that's humongous. Okay, Sai Narita. Who was this? I think this is Chao's character, right? He needs more cabbage in his lore. Yeah. What's up, Kira? Oh, you need to. You haven't watched Mad Max. You need to watch Mad Max, Ikari. The lore in Mad Max. It's one of the best. The originals are excellent. I haven't watched the new ones. Well, I watched the old one. I watched the one with Tom Hardy. That was all right, but the original Mad Maxes with Mel Gibson are peak. That whole world is peak. All right, Chao's character, Sai Narita, aka Sayonara. 80 leadership, our only other leadership character. Lion of Sagami. Defense is increased, soldiers are restored. Again, restoration. Sustainability. Just like our other leader. But here's where our other... This is where our leaders diverge. We have two leaders, but they diverge. Okay? Our first leader, Kusunoki, Tokaido's best. Defense, soldiers restored, right? But he's a Yojimbo. This guy leads in the battlefields. Sai's character... Did I lose him? Where are you at, Sai? Sai's character is a castle leader. He is a leader outside of the battlefield. So he's got expert fortifier. He can build things at level 2. So we have our builder. Not only can he build it, he can fucking defend it. He has impregnable. Decreases HP damage taken by the castle. And because his leadership's at 80, that's impregnable level 2. You see what I'm saying? That this game doesn't, like... Stuff is hidden in this game, and you have to piece it together sometimes. Because his leadership's 80, it's impregnable level 2. It's not level 1. Just him by himself. So it's extra fortified. It's already at tier 2. Okay? Eagle-Eyed reduces the chances of enemy covert. So again, all this bullshit Shingen, he's better equipped to handle it. So... Whereas the veteran Yojimbo is our best leader on the field, this guy can help on the field, and he's very good off the field at holding castles. That's why I called him Sayonara. Sayonarita, Sayonara. Because it's like, you're not getting through here. You're not getting through here. It ain't happening. Pack your bags. See you later. Thanks for trying. Thanks for showing. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out. That's Sayonarita's thing, right? And he's a kid. He's like 17. It's just a really good... I like how we have two leaders, two really good leaders, but they have different styles. They have completely different functions. They can be kitted out in completely different ways. Oh, Tominobu. Okay, Tomi's character. Tominobu Takeda. He chose Way of the Heretic. Heretics have... Here's what makes heretics unique. They gain Like a Boar and Eccentric. Like a Boar gives you a chance to automatically trigger. It's basically Hot-Blooded versus 2.0. You can go off. His unit has a chance of charging off in any direction. And he also has Eccentric. So Tominobu gets a bonus as long as he hasn't been given any orders in the battle. So as long as I haven't given him an order, he'll get a bonus to his stats. But you cannot order him. So he has two different ways to get random bonuses to abilities. So part of Way of the Heretic is that you get both of these, and your stats are all 69. Way of the Heretic, your stats must all be 69. And whenever Tominobu is part of a unit that kills any officers, anybody gets killed, he can collect a weapon from the treasury. So the heretic's running around looting the dead, literally picking up swords that he likes and adding it to his collection. Which, since I'm the Shogun, he can just kick that up to me. You know, he doesn't need all the swords. He's only got 2 arms. So he can kick those up to me, and I'll find a use for them. So, like a boar, eccentric, that's Way of the Heretic. Now here's what he did. Equestrian for charging, for cavalry. Way of the Takeda. He is the son of Nobutora. He has been exiled along with Nobutora. That's the story. So he has Way of the Takeda, Equestrian, and he has crack troops. Hideyoshi's insane ability. So crack troops. Stamina is restored and mobility goes up. So I said this in the post. Tominobu is our Marshal Ney. Our Michel Ney of France. Okay? This guy, as long as he doesn't have any orders, his abilities are going up. And he's just running around fucking charging with his cavalry in all directions. Crack troops is increasing the speed of the cavalry. And it's restoring the stamina of the cavalry. So it's always a fresh cavalry unit. So our goal is to get some cavalry at some point. So Tominobu can just go wild. That's one of the things to do. That's on the list. We need to get this man a castle. So we need to deploy him. And some of our battles will be dictated based on where Tominobu decides to charge. Just like Napoleon was... Ney was a great general, but sometimes Napoleon had to fucking alter his plans because Ney was such a, a hammer. All in one direction. Charge, charge, keep fucking charging. Don't pay attention to orders, just keep fucking charging. That was Ney. That's Tominobu's kind of flavor. You know? He's just running around recklessly charging in all directions. Way of the Heretic fits perfectly. I think, Mikishige, of course. How do we forget Mikishige? Mikishige, I talked about our blue berserker. Here's our red berserker, Mikishige Sukahara. Our red berserker. 85, highest valor in the group, 85. 60 leadership. Nuke for a tactic. Suhin Ryu, soldier reduction, defense goes up. Shimazu Demon, attack goes up as the situation gets more dire, his attack goes up. If you fought Yoshihiro in this game, you know what I'm talking about. This thing is brutal. So as his soldier count starts to drop, his unit starts to fight harder. That's classic Berserker. On the offensive, buffs your attack of your unit. Because his valor is above 80, it's on the offensive level 2. So remember, that's level 2 on the offensive, not level 2. And then he has Hot-Blooded, which can get a lucky trigger during a battle, giving even more fucking attack. The reason I call him the Red Berserker, whereas Adamura is our Blue Berserker, is because he doesn't have any way to save himself if he gets into a fight. So if Mikishige triggers a duel, there's a chance that that could be it. His leadership, it's very risky. This is a classic Berserker. High risk, high reward. Very, very risky. If I didn't mention, I don't think I mentioned this about duels, but once I start a duel, once we initiate a duel, once the gauntlet is fucking thrown down, we cannot recall our guys. You know what I'm saying? So if I send Mikishige into a duel and he starts losing, too fucking bad. I can't recall him. Those rules is the rules. You know what I'm saying? He's got to either defeat the guy in front of him. Yep, the guy in front of him's either got to run away or he's got to run away. But that's it. There's no interference. They have to fight it out. And the enemy can add people. Start fucking... if I'm not fast enough, they can start piercing and flanking and all that shit. He initiated... A duel's been initiated, he's got to see it out. You know what I'm saying? So, duels are very risky. They're not like, If you've been watching this channel, you already know my style of play is a little bit riskier, So, dueling allows me to indulge in that aspect. And that's it. That's everybody. So, we got 12 submissions. Thanks, everybody, for sending your officers. We got a really good group. I know that took a minute, but we got to give credit to where credit is due. If you guys didn't submit the officers, I wouldn't have done the run. You know what I'm saying? These are good ideas, but they don't work if nobody shows up. Nobody turns out. It's like, all right, well, back to the drawing board. All right, let me catch up what you guys are saying. Humongous the greatest. That's right. The beef chief. Oh, what's up, Silvery Moon? Yeah, I'm surprised too, Pony Bro. I thought everybody was going to be like, let's fucking attack and attack and attack. And I was like, wow, this force is going to be we're really going to have one way to play. It's going to be attacking nonstop. But no, we got some defensive people. We got a ninja person. So again, the starting position, we've got an alliance with Nagano. Fully capped alliance. Like, I'm allied and we have trust set to 100. Because of Nobutsuna. Nobutsuna kind of put together this deal. In my headcanon, Nobutsuna put together this deal for Yoshiteru to run away. Because he was like, if I stay in the capital, it's clear I have no power in the capital. The Miyoshi are running the show. And if I stay here, I feel like something bad's going to happen to me. So I should get out of Dodge. Get out of here, you know? That's the only thing that we've changed. Now, we don't have events on. You guys should know this. If you scramble... If you use the scramble map feature to move forces around, events will be turned off. See? And you can't turn them on or anything, so there's no events. Starting alliances are in place, but we have no events. So, right off the top of my head, I have no idea, but you can imagine how the map's going to play out if you've played this game a million times. Our treasury's reduced to 5,000. Yoshiteru's usually got like 100k. But 100k is absolutely busted. So I just reduced it to 5,000. I just want a little money to build something. You only have 4 plots. This is a small territory. The reason I picked it is because of this. I've never had this here. So if we can restore this, we can increase our development rates. Alright, let's see. What's the plan going to be? I feel like we need to deal with the Hojo first. And we need to keep the Nagano alive. And we need to get all our guys some honor. Right? Do we have any money? We've got 100 gold. Thankfully we got Sai to start building everything. Everything that we built is going to be at level 2, which is amazing. So let's do irrigation canal. Wow, that kid's got a deep voice. I wasn't expecting to hear that sound from that face. He's really excited to start building. How many spots do we have? We only have six spots. Fujitaka, you can sit back, buddy. We're going to use community officers. Community officers first. Thank you. In fact, I should have exiled everybody. Yoshiteru. That could have played into the event. They say the Shogun's gone mad. He's exiled his whole court, accepting only wild Blademasters and Ronin. Should have done that. Alright. Who do we want in our starting squad? We want the veteran. I can only take 6 to begin with. If you're Yojimbo, you're already infantry leader. That was another thing that you got. So Yojimbo's got higher loyalty than normal. And they have infantry leader. They have a little bit more of a higher rank to begin this run. I think I made Lucretia's character. Huh. Did I not make her Ashikaga? I don't think I made her Ashikaga. Fuck, I forgot. I was going to make her Ashikaga. So she could give him +2. By the way, I reduced the Shogun stats. So the Shogun's base valor is 80 and his leadership's about 69 right now. So he does have a sword in its place. We gave him a sword, but I lowered his valor. Theme over practicality. You know what I mean? Alright, let's put Sai's building something. I have to be careful that I don't get carried away building stuff with Sai, because I need him to actually get honor too. So we've got our veteran Kunesoki, our blue berserker Adamura, where's our heretic? I want our heretic to start getting stuff right away. We have to have humongous. Can't not have humongous participate. I mean, it's just the opportunity for absolute bullshit because of humongous is just too high to ignore. And then Bokuden, yeah. Yoshiteru's master, the guy who taught him the way of the sword, his primary teacher, Bokuden Tsukahara. In fact, Bokuden should be a senior retainer already. I'm going to change that. In this run, he's going to be a senior retainer. He is the master. Yoshiteru's merely the Padawan to Bokuden. Alright, so we got everybody set up. Our starting 4, along with Bokuden. We need more territory right away. I don't think anybody's going to surrender, right? Yeah, that would be nice if we could get some people to start surrendering. Bowing to the Shogun's authority. Alright, let's go after a castle that's big, that's got some space. Five spots. This would be a 2-for-1. I don't want to head too far east. I don't really have business in the east. Our business is in the west. That's, oh yeah, that castle. I forgot all about it. Until now. I can tell you right now, our first trigger, our first edict for this year is going to be probably to force a truce between Shingen and the Nagano. We're going to preserve Nagano. Or at least try to. But I need time. So we're going to have to use our free truce for the year already. And in the meantime, I might be able to attack one of these clans over here. This clan's not allied to anybody. This looks like a good spot. Or we can get Narita, but that's going to bring me right into contact with Hojo right away. Let's get Sister Reform. You know what? I don't have any money, man. I'm not going to get anything right now. I kind of want to attack already. Oh, we should have appeased this tribe. Oh, damn it. Can I not cancel that? Fucked up already. I did all this talking, we could get wiped out immediately. It's possible. That's not a kid. Yeah. Yeah, we borrowed the lightning sword. Yoshiteru's like, let me see that sword, and then he left court. Dosetsu came back to pick up his sword, and he was like, oh, you didn't hear, the Shogun's left. He's absconded into the east. Yoshiteru pulled that thing where, like, your co-worker's like, hey, man, let me borrow, like, $50. And you're like, sure. And then you show up Monday, and you're like, where is this guy? And they're like, oh, you didn't hear? so-and-so quit. You're like, fuck. So-and-so got fired. And you're like, I guess that means I'm not getting my $50 back. That's what Yoshiteru did to Dosetsu. Let me borrow that lightning cutter real quick. Let me borrow that lightning cutter. It looks real cool. Yeah, you can come back and pick it up later. Oh, nice. Well, that was very lucky. They can start taking that for me. That's okay. Even better. Even better. Huh? Ooh, +1 leadership. I didn't even know that was there. I didn't even know that was there. 2 landmarks right next to each other, huh? Alright, let's get this built up. Let's do Trading Town. Every time I hear him talk, I'm like, what the fuck? Cool. Let's carve him up. People think the Shogun's washed up. I don't think so, buddy. What's up, Sean? The Hojo playthrough? No, I'm done with that Hojo hell bullshit. That peaked with, the Hojo playthrough peaked with me saving the Sanada. I'll never forget that run because I started that run and I was saving the Sanada. And I don't know if it was Silvery Moon. Correct me if I'm wrong, Silvery Moon. But somebody was like, why are you wasting your time saving the Sanada? You know, we were getting our asses kicked because I spread my resources so thin to save Sanada. And somebody in the chat was like, why are you wasting your time saving Sanada? Right? And then like the very next stream, or 2 streams later, Yukimura answered a call to help me defend against the Tokugawa, and Yukimura killed Ieyasu. Yukimura killed Ieyasu the very next stream, or 2 streams later, I don't remember. So I'll always remember that Hojo run just for that. To me, it already peaked right there. I'll never forget it. It was like the very first stream. It was horrible. And I'll never forget it. Somebody was like, why are you wasting your time saving Sanada? Your resource, whatever. And I'm like, because it's Sanada. That's why I'm fucking saving Sanada. Because it's Sanada. That's as far as I need to go into it. And later on in the same run, Yukimura killed Ieyasu for me. So to me, that run is done. It's not going to get any better than that. It's not going to get any better. It's already finished. I did not know there was a landmark. We have 2 landmarks, so nobody has utmost devotion. Obviously, because we were too busy grabbing the other traits, but utmost devotion could be very good to get these landmarks quicker. I'm trying not to have my tribe engaged. I'm trying not to have the tribe engaged because they're all the way... They're the ones that are furthest out right now on the map. So sometimes you don't want to get a unit damaged in the battle because on the world map, they're actually way ahead of everyone else. They're clearing the way for you. And if they lose soldiers, it's going to take longer for them to clear the way. Harm not my vassals. If only Kuno Noki, that's a hard one. If only Kuno Noki was here. My veteran. Hold position until our veterans get here. Hirotsuna, you would dare take up arms against your Shogun. You dare. He was like, damn, that sword was good. Where'd he get it from? Yoshiteru's like, stole it from Dosetsu. We already got a kill. First blood has been drawn. Literally. Alright, now, alright. Chao, that means your character gets a sword already. Because you were part of Kusunoki's unit. So Chao's character is going to get the lowest available weapon. And it's only going to go up. How do we do that? Edit clan? Every time a heretic is part of a unit that gets a kill, they get the lowest available arms. Oh, it's a helmet. Okay, so you get a helmet. It's not bad. The idea being that the heretics are literally grabbing the slain officer's gear. That's the idea. So that guy that got killed, Chao's character is like, oh, that's a nice helmet. I'll take that. I'll take that off your hands. Straight up looting the dead. Chao said, don't knock it till you try it. Go give him a hand, I'll be there. Should we surround him? Yeah, let's go for the surround. It's got to be a small, at least small authority to trigger a dual kill Raven. The Kid in Pigtails edition to do Thanos, yeah, dude. The voice is deep, bro. That voice is deep. Yeah, authority's got to be at least small to be able to trigger a duel. Otherwise, it's too easy to just skew the odds in our favor. It's way too easy. And if you think about scaling in the game, when you get bigger, where you can have small, medium, or large authority battles, it's rarely going to be between a force that's 1,000 and 1,000. So it circumvents that. It circumvents that situation where it's like my guy's 1,000 soldiers versus your guy's 1,000 soldiers, but you're a tribe, so I'm always going to win. Like that won't come up. That won't come up because my guy will have more than 1,000 at that point. I hope. And so he'll have to seek a better target if he wants to duel. 30 is really fucking weak. That is still very, very low. Give you another irrigation. Destroy. Do it. Yes, the Toby special. Our one single ninja. Who submitted Ono? Ona. Who submitted our ninja? Because you just... You may just have saved us right in the beginning. I'm already racking my brain thinking I'm not going to get through this castle fast enough. Anything for Sarada, that's right. Anthony Rodriguez's character, right? Ona's, that's okay. I don't think Anthony's here, but thank you, Anthony. You already got the ball rolling, bro. Once we get the ball rolling against the Hojo, yeah. I don't know if it's going to be like that this time. They have their boy Shingen to bail them out. As I get closer to Odawara, they're going to have their two buddies here to help them. That's the problem with fighting Hojo. To destroy the Hojo, it's going to come down to us fighting a coalition. We're probably going to have to fight a coalition of Takeda and Imagawa reinforcements. That's what's coming down the line. We'll probably have to fight all three, the whole Triple Alliance. How close is it to destroy? Running out of days. Running out of food, I mean. 1,000? Should we send the Shogun out? Come on, Ono. Ona. I don't know why I keep saying Ono. Ona. Oh, fuck. I'll do it myself. Forces are falling all over the damn place. I see the props coming up. The Miyoshi are gonna be... Wow, they're still marching? F these guys. They're already moving up. This is... Yeah. F these guys. Thought I told you to run. We got no money. Make it a trading town. We do have some gear. Hopefully Chow can keep collecting some gear for us to sell. Mostly new helmet. Don't ask him where he got it. Yes! That was close. Nobody has utmost devotion. That's what I was hoping for here. Nobody's got it. Oh, come on, Fujitaka. Be realistic, bro. Alright, first castle. Bokuden's valor went up to 94. That was pretty good. Pretty fast. Harm not my vassals. Harm not my vassals. Hojo. Hojo scum. Hey, I need help over here. What a way to drag in the Nagano into the bargain against the Hojo. Oh shit, there's no good people here. A Bokuden, I guess. Wait, am I back yet? I'm not back yet, right? Nah. Yeah, okay. That's right. That's right. The Narita are under the protection of the Shogunate now. Let's back off. This is our turf now, buddy boy. Thanks. Thanks for showing up. They heard the tiger was coming down. They got scared. I said, fuck that. We're out of here. It's got to be Bokuden. Humongous ate all the provisions? Yeah. Humongous said, I need my calories. Gotta get my calories, guys. Who can I put under here? A berserker? Blue berserkers under there. I need Sai to build, at least start building a couple of castles up. So we're gonna kit out this castle too. Forget about Hosokawa, man. Who cares? Let's get our guys some XP right away. We need to start getting people ranked up. Who else can we put over there? Oh man, I really don't want to put my veteran. Guy's too good. Alright, fuck it. We'll put him over there. May I not regret this. Please, may I not regret that. Alright, what else can we put? Somebody with high political. Increase the income that we're getting. 72 political. That's probably the best. Networking level 2. Well, why didn't you say so? Okay. Got a little bit of money. Let's start getting the system reforms. Once you guys are ranked up, then we have to be able to change everybody around right away. I don't have any labor. Is there anything else to do? Should we make friends with anybody on the right side over here? Okay. Maybe the Sadake. Seems like Sadake would be a very important clan to have on our side. Since they have their paws, their grubby little paws on a lot of other people. Get it done. Asumori, welcome to the Shogun's entourage. Ona. Sai's gonna build stuff. That's it. Okay. Let's get bodyguard formation. Oh, I can't afford it. Right? Nah, our balance is shit right now. No discounts to be seen. Hojo got problems. Hojo got problems. Wait till I get my stack restored. They're gonna have even more problems. Shit. We need money. We need a little bit of money. Trading towns. It will be special in the Chud shot. Chud shot. What the hell's Shingen doing? He's not doing anything? Shingen not attacking? Oh, he put down, right. Okay. Nagano have to be next. Our red berserker is suggesting covert, which is really fucking cool. But I don't have any money. We don't have any money. This is like when your kid's taking up a new fancy hobby in high school, right? You take up a new hobby in high school, and you're like, Dad, I want to join the rugby team, but coach says you need $200 to provide for your own equipment, and your parents are like, I don't fucking got it, you know. I love your initiative, son, into looking into new endeavors, but we're already paying for football, and we're already paying for soccer. And we just bought you that wrestling gear. Remember when you liked wrestling for a little while? We ain't got the money for rugby. I like our berserker branching out, trying to do some covert, but I ain't got it. I don't know what to tell him. Trading towns. Okay. Third shift tactics is pretty good. Toby's merch. Oh shit, we need to renew that. Well, actually, let's let it run all the way down. Because once I get on goodwill with Nagano, I'm gonna be stuck on that for a while, unless we can get a marriage alliance. Okay. Oh right, we could marry off. No, that's Yeah, we're not doing that. Kenshin's taken Numata. That's fine, as long as he doesn't target me. Alright, should we go skirmish the Hojo? Can't hurt. Everyone's got to work together to contain these guys until we get strong enough to actually take them out, you know? That's how it works. Is this theirs? This is probably theirs. So we want to go this way. I could take this castle, but it's so terrible. It's so terrible. Oh, fuck, okay. You were gonna attack anyway. Well, that's perfect, because that means I can call... Call for help just like that. Not enough soldiers. Fuck. Gonna have to be under Bokuden's command. Alright. Listen, that's fine. How many people you got? This is weak. Weak attack. Trying to get to 3,000 before I deploy. Alright, fuck it. We'll deploy now. Okay, who do we deploy for this one? Let's see. Good with who? With the Shogun? Okay, so I'm thinking we do Ona. No, can't do it like that. Let's do Tobi-Nobu. Yeah, Tobi-Nobu with one unit. And then I'll take the other unit. Easy. Oh, we can battle right here? That's weak sauce. Come on. Alright. Easy duel. Easy duel. We'll do it for the duel. The Hojo are a paper tiger, bro. Yeah, that's kind of true. Alright, first duel. Tobi-Nobu versus Morimasa. I think he's got to be a daimyo to get like a boar, right? Yeah, he's got to be... We got to get him a castle. Tobi-Nobu wins, he'll get +1 valor. If he kills anybody in the unit, he'll also get... He'll also get the next arms item listed in the treasury for free from looting the dead. And we'll just roll this right side. This is going to be easy. I'm going to use Narimasa. Yoshiteru and the two Blademasters, his two teachers. Damn. Okay. I was going to say, they have to be within 20 points. Tominobu's barely within 20 points to fight this duel. Literally 20 points in defense. You gotta be within 3,000 soldiers and 20 points, either offense or defense. The spread can't be any larger than that. The 20 point spread's already crazy. Only a heretic brings cavalry to a duel. He's like, oh, by the way, I brought all these forces. So they're gonna fight it out until somebody wins. We can't interfere. Level 4? Damn. Where are you going? That's it. I don't know if he disengaged because of me, but I'm counting that. That's a win. Bro, why are you chasing me? I've got 1,900. I can't even begin to explain this AI right now. I'm actually trying to get away from him. See if you can get a kill there, Tominobu. He's already done for. Hold on. I don't want to end the battle yet. I gotta give our heretic a chance of getting a kill. Nobody? No kills, alright. Damn! Nuked from orbit. Nuked from fucking orbit. All together. All together. The Shogun and his two teachers. Oh, that's it. The old man is a savage, bro. Oh, what's up, Lucretia? Yeah, watch it whenever you can, bro. Oh, the tribe flipped. The tribe actually flipped. Wait. Yes. 2 tribes flipped. Holy shit. Where's Way of the Mori when we need it? Oh, I completely forgot about Way of the Mori. We could do a tribal swarm from this territory. There's actually enough tribes to do that in Kanto. Try to steal a castle if we can. You guys are still targeting? Oh, never mind. Okay. I had a feeling. I was like, this guy's not gonna stay here. He's gonna reroute. Here comes Odawara. Big beefy Odawara. Should we be storming? Let's just blockade. We could get this guy taken out. If we could take out Ujiyasu already, the head of the Hojo. If we could slay the enemy daimyo, that would be great. Oh, I forgot to add increase Tominobu. Hold on. Tominobu won a duel, so we're going to increase his valor by 1. Although I did like all the 69 for all his stats. That felt appropriate for a heretic. Is he close enough? Nope. Waste of time then. Yeah, I don't know about that. Can anybody fight? Is it just the Shogun? Only the Shogun can fight. Listen, you get Tominobu back out here. I'll take that fight. Six against 1. I'm only taking this to try to kill him. What's up, Tactician? The Hojo have lost their mojo. Yeah. A paper tiger. as Ikari put it. Alright, can we lure this guy out? It would have to be... I'd have to go up here, and maybe I can get him to crack down. Even so, this guy's got 4,000. It's not going to be that easy to beat him down. Alright, see if you can draw him in. Can I get through the woods fast enough? Probably not.